Hey, welcome back to IOTG, the show that keeps you inspired, informed, and to know. I'm back with Miss Janine, Miss Nikki, and Miss Maya. And so we're going to continue our filming of this next videos, and we want to see what our audience thinks. So let's see what's going on with this.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw this. Oh,
Now, that's in New York. I'm going to show y'all what happened in California just the other day.
Los Angeles today didn't feel like home. Ice hit the city hard. Businesses shut down. Families vanished. The fashion district was gripped by fear. We all saw it with our own eyes. A young girl collapsed crying for her father, and in that moment, every wall we had shattered. This isn't policy. This is pain. This is real. People say it's happened before. Sure, but this feels different because we're not reading about it, we're living it. It's 2025 and it's all unfolding in front of
oh,
us.
I love the
Homes,
impassioned plea.
streets in plain view.
You see my
Oh,
face because it's
And this
happened before, except
administration,
y'all didn't care because it was for Black people.
Yep,
my
they're
heart is
that's the part
breaking.
that
cruelty. They're showcasing it,
oh,
mocking,
these,
trying to make us numb. But we see it, we feel it, and we will not look away.
oh,
No, we
This
won't.
city, for every family who came here searching for safety and a
Mhm.
future.
Mm.
Stay awake, stay loud,
oh my God.
I'm about
silent,
to cry.
give
Bring
us
I'm
me a
hope,
holding,
tissue.
if anything.
I'm holding
Somebody
Give
bring
back
me
the
a
local
tissue.
tears.
immigrant defense funds.
Oh my
Show up
God.
at city council meetings, volunteer.
And that's that one. I'm going to show y'all one more, and then we about to discuss this.
Oh.
I don't know, Chris. I don't know if my heart can take it.
I don't know. We may have to cut filming right now because I'm so verklempt. I don't
I'm
know.
just, I'm a wreck.
I mean, we're not just reading about it. We're living it.
So what do
Stay
y'all think
awake,
about
people. Stay awake.
I, I, Latino community, I want to take this moment to just tell you how broken up I'm not. You know what? Okay, again, I understand it ain't all. But we ain't fucking with the individuality. We talking collectively. Collectively, you voted for this shit, and even some of the immigrants or migrants that couldn't vote, you still fucking supported it because you were okay as long as it
I
was
will
happening.
vote
You
for
was
Donald
But
Trump.
Donald Trump.
you was okay until it wasn't happening to you. The man told you in 2015, build a fucking wall. What the fuck did you think that meant? It meant to keep y'all out and to put y'all back. And so once they put y'all back over there, you can't come the fuck back. So
Okay.
I'm out of sympathy. I don't like children being ripped away from their parents. That's wrong. But at this point, any Latino that wants to get pissed at me, fuck you and Abuela too. Cause I don't care. Because I
Just
y'all voted for this shit. Not uno, not dos, but the motherfucking tres. So you know what?
I
Let me
wanna
say this. I
Um,
don't like the way that it's going down. I don't like seeing innocent people being hurt. It really does break my heart the way this is happening. It's ugly, it's vile, it's dictatorship. and it's at its finest. But here's the thing. Before this election, Black people said, let's do this together. Let's stop this from happening together. They called us the hard ER and told us to go fuck ourselves.
Yep.
So as of November 6th, 2024, my cape, I sold my cape off somewhere. I'm not putting on a cape for anyone. I'm not putting on a cape for anyone. The fact that so many of them came over here and set up shop, cozied up to white people, and then tried to close the door on their own people, that means you want to use me. You don't respect me. You don't respect your own people. Why would I put my life, my safety, my freedom on the line for you when you are trying to shut the door on your own people? Because if you don't love and respect your own people enough, you're not going to use me, because I know how you feel about me. But the machismo that runs through Mexican blood is insane. There is and the ones that didn't put the work in to prevent it, they are just as culpable. You're just as culpable. Like I said, the one good cop, bad cop theory. If the one good cop doesn't do anything to stop the bad cop, guess what? We got two bad cops. If the Mexicans, Venezuelans, Cubans, whatever, if the ones that didn't vote for it didn't put in the work to stop it from happening, guess what? You're all one. You're all one. Y'all can figure it out and work it out together. Now, I will say this. My Spanish friends, my Latinos, Hispanics, invest in some gas masks, tear gas masks. You're gonna need those. Get some spray bottles with milk in them. That helps with the pepper spray. Those shields, get you some of those. You're gonna need them to knock back when they start throwing that tear gas, or trying to hit you with batons and shit. Boots. I wouldn't wear gym shoes. I would wear some steel-toed boots. And hang in there, because
I wanna say that I'm kind of in the middle of caring and not giving a fuck, all at the same time. Because, like y'all said, it's terrible what's happened to them. Kids getting. Did y'all see when they raided a damn graduation?
Yes.
Elementary school. Like that shit it's crazy. But the part of me that don't give a fuck is the same part of them that never gave a fuck when it was us. That's the thing. Y'all so much in the uproar. We live with this happened before. We're just living through it now. Black people been living through this shit our whole fucking life. I'm 32 years old and I've been living through the racism my 32 years of fucking living. And my mama and her mama and their mama, we've all lived through this shit. But y'all only care now because it's not towards black people.
Because it's happening to them.
I
But
think
you throw in there the gaslighting. This is what is stopping me from lifting a finger, and I'm not gonna lie. It was everything that happened before, but instead of saying we're sorry, we were wrong, Black people, will you please stand and fight with us?
I get over it.
That. What they're saying is they're gaslighting us. Well, who do you think they're going to come after next? Bitch, have they ever not come after us? They've been coming after us.
What you talking about?
Since
Number one on the docket.
Technically, y'all was the next
been coming
we
for
was
us.
the first.
You cannot gaslight me into your fight. Because if I'm wrong and I see what's happening, my plea is going to be, please forgive me. I was wrong. Please help me. Not more gaslighting, not where the Black people. We did this and we did. Shut up. Because in the same breath, you'll tell us to get over slavery. You'll tell us to get over this, get over that. You cannot gaslight me into caring. All that does is make me say, hey, good luck, and sit home and watch that shit on my TV screen. It breaks my heart. I think it's ugly. I think it's barbaric. I think it is exactly who white people is, though. Are you shocked? Are you shocked? Like, I'm so
I don't
sick of
even
people
understand why they
acting
would be
like they are
shocked,
shocked that a fucking rapist, pedophile, 34-time convicted felon is doing the same thing that he laid out that he was going to do in 2016. So save your fame, the feigned shock. Save the pearl clutching and get out there, lace your boots up, girl, and take you plenty of water as a bottle because you're going to need
I
it.
don't even understand why they would be shocked, because I say this all the time. Before their target was black people, they disliked each other. So why is everybody so shocked? They disliked each other first. The fuck Germans didn't like whoever they didn't like Italians. Italians didn't like Irish. Like, they all did not like each other. And then they thought about it like, oh no, maybe we should just stop liking them and we're all one. We look like, why are y'all so shocked? And to say, oh, who you think gonna be next? We were first. Y'all are next.
We were first. We are eternal.
This is
they
what I want to say.
Never stop coming after us.
I think, well, three things. First, people of color, I don't get what you are, you non-black people that are non-white, they use us as a stepping tool to get to white proximity. Once they get to, and I say this, it's perceived proximity because it's not real proximity. When they get that perceived proximity to whiteness, they no longer have a use for us. That's one. Two, when it comes to Latino people, particularly anti-black Latino, which by and large is the majority of Latinos, they know that they're inferior to white people. They just like feeling superior to us. That's what that shit is about. They know that they're never going to get that seat at the proverbial table. But as long as they could get there before us, that's all they care about. So
they're mad because they still have not.
Exactly. So
and will not.
And they won't. And well, I can't think of my other point, but that's my problem with it. Because I had someone in the comments that was like that was like what they asked me, and I didn't take it no type of way, but I explained, it's like, it sounds like you don't like anybody that's not black. And I said, no, I'm not anti anybody. However, if I say I live in Miami, born and raised, still here. I know what the fuck is going on with anti-black Cubans and anti-black Hispanic people, fucking period. So you're not gonna I know when I talk about this shit, I know what the fuck I'm speaking about. And yes, I have a lot of Latino friends, but they're not stupid and they're not anti-black. And I don't give a fuck. Even them people that got rated at that elementary school, as vile as that was, you're not gonna tell me that some of them parents in that fucking audience voted for him. So you don't get the whole, we're the black people.
In that school called them. Somebody in that school helped them set that up.
Exactly. So you're not gonna, well, what about because y'all, the same people that say, the same Latinos that are, well, where the black people are the same ones that make videos saying, well, the Latino community, we don't need black people. We have each other. Okay. Well, since y'all got each other,
I know black, I Dominican.
Yeah. And so this is my stand from now on. I know Latino, I black.
And you're right, Nikki. Me being pro-black, I'm not anti anybody, but I am very much a pro-black, and I care to an extent. But no community, Palestinian, Latino, Hispanic, no community will ever have the right to sit down and demonize black people and then expect help with their fight. It does not work like that. It does not. But what they know is that no movement moves without the help of black. It doesn't get where you want it to go without black people. And they know this. And every movement that we have fought and won has benefited every other fucking community. And y'all voted that away. All of the work that our ancestors and our forefathers put in the space of a pen and a booth, you voted it away, thinking that you were going to be harming everybody else. Nothing is ever a problem for white people or white passing people until it lands on their front door. And guess what? That package is for you. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
I have a question for the audience, I guess. Why is it that when black people are pro-black, they automatically assume that we're anti everybody else, but everybody else can be pro their kind, but not be? I will never understand that, because people love to say I'm racist and I don't like Caucasian people. I don't like this people. It's not that I don't dislike y'all. Y'all don't like me for speaking up for my people. And that's the crazy. Like, if you, I posted a video of a Caucasian guy wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt, and a bunch of Caucasian people went in on him like, white lives matter too. That's not what he was saying. Y'all not the people who've been oppressed for all these years. Y'all
and you know what? I'm not going to explain that. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get in your face, but I'm not here to teach you nothing, because you know what the fuck it means.
What this is it. What to answer to somewhat answer the question. When you say white pride, the difference between white pride and black pride is that, when you say white pride, you mean white supremacy. When we say black pride, we're proud to be black. There's a distinct difference, and they know that, but they're trying to act stupid like they don't. That's why you can't say white pride, because white pride is white supremacy. So when you say white pride, you're saying you're pro white supremacy. Bottom line, full fucking stop. They know that's the difference, but they think they have these little loopholes, these little gotcha moments, and that's not the fuck it. That's why you can't say white pride, because that white pride is white supremacy. It always has been. And there's nothing that's going to change that, because white supremacy is white culture. Black people can't be racist. Can we be biased? Can we be prejudiced? Yes, but we can't be racist. Fuck out of here with the other bullshit.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some comments. So this was posted by Omar Winning. He stays in LA. He says, LA is crazy. ICE wasn't ready for the smoke. And then Cal Lincoln 10, good riddance. And then he also said Avengers Assemble. The Jerry Fit, Latino Unidos. Oh, I don't know what she's saying. I'm gonna butcher that. Let's see. Sean Yates. Sadly, not entirely. They're doing raids right now still, Saturday 6/7. And then the real Andreas Rivera and LAPD did not help ICE either. Mid Croops. Oh, some of these names are ridiculous. Good for them. Folks had it with MAGA cult, Bovine feces in their leader. So I guess, of course, everybody's going to be in support of this at the current time. This is what's currently going on. When I was leaving the airport, when I was leaving LA to head out, it was just roads were blocked, tear gas was everywhere. It was just like, yeah, get me the hell up out of here. So when I got on that plane, I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back over here for a while. So
And the thing about that is that martial law, that was very much intended.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be black people that brought that to the forefront.
Oh, now
but it didn't
National Guard
work.
is there.
The National Guard. It didn't work. All the goading, trying to bring us out into the streets, didn't work. So now they have no choice. So now they're not going to call it martial law. You know what I mean? Oh, no.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how people, like, if we take away the names and the labels of these officers, because ICE is essentially a form of police, right? So if we take away the fact that they're ICE, what they're doing to Hispanic people is what they've always done to us. I'm just trying to understand why everybody's so confused about what the fuck is going on. Exactly. It's been happening. It's just not happening to black people at the moment.
The police are modern day slave catchers. That's all the fuck it is.
That's all they are.
That's it. So it's like, when you say that shit, it's like, that's literally what they are. They are modern day slave catchers. And just because you have black police officers, Latino, but that doesn't negate that fucking fact. Because
they traded in the whips for badges.
Exactly. So it's the same process. And you think because you have minority officers, that still doesn't negate the fact that they are modern day slave catchers. That's all the fuck it is. That's all it's ever been.
Yeah, well, we're definitely going to continue this conversation. As you know, there's a lot going on. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more videos that's going to pop up. So I'll just be reviewing Instagram as we go along. And then when we come back next week, I'm pretty sure there'll be some updates. But hopefully in LA, they don't shut it down. But if they do martial law, it's going to be really hard trying to get in and out. I already knew they were going to attack California. California will be, besides Texas, those are the two biggest places where the Latin population is, where there is people that's illegal there. So I knew that was going to happen. I said, everybody.
But how can they be illegal when that was their home? It was taken from them.
from those treaties. Like, and when you go back to the treaties as well, and I know we're going to go into this video next, but when you go back to the treaties from the 1400s and stuff, they
Yeah.
did these agreements with the British Empire at the time, because that's who was
Yeah.
running the show. Did these agreements with them, and then all of a sudden they found out a way that they were going to break their agreement. So then the white folks will make up something to break the agreement. So that's how
Yeah.
the Mexicans started losing their territory. And then they did the same with
They
Yep.
can never stick to their word. They can never agree on something and go with that. They always gotta change it and steal, because they the first they taught us how to do everything. They the first people to steal, traffic, rape, all that dumbass shit. But then y'all want to point the finger and call everybody criminals when it's y'all.
That somebody wrote about this. They said every accusation from a white person is a confession.
Yeah.
Yes, it
And I'm
is.
starting to believe that, because we talked about this on other episodes, but I mean, even with drugs, I said the biggest drug dealers in Kansas were white.
Yep.
I said, and they got away with it too. They didn't get arrested. They have to, now some of them, if they did get arrested, they got like a misdemeanor charge. I said, but let a black person have just a small joint. Y'all talking about 30 years to life.
Come on.
Black people are criminals, but you voted for a 34 a convicted felon with 34, a 34 count conviction. But black people are the fucking criminals. So it's okay for you to vote for a convicted felon, but black people are the felon. Like, we're automatically trouble and shit, but you voted for one. So you can't say law and order ever in the same fucking sentence knowing you voted for that man. And they've come out and said, we know he's a convicted felon. We don't
Yeah.
care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. We
So
we
did.
already knew when it comes to everything that happened. We already know what fucking time it was. Black people been on. We knew what this shit was about from day fucking one. That's why we sitting this shit the fuck out.
But you know, I'm waiting to go in about this story you got up right now.
Oh yes. So
Oh yeah, for
I'm gonna
sure.
she
Because
has
it's a difference.
yeah, this she had she actually she has like 5 slides on here. We're only going to review the first one, but if you review all the slides were spot on. Like everything that she's talking about, I used to see and experience in Kansas all the time, and Missouri. And so we're going to go into these slides and see what she has to say. So I'm going to do this, and then let's see here. Go ahead and
Biracials. Let's talk about it. If you're ethnically biracial black, that means that you either have a white mom and a black dad, or you have a black mom and a white dad. And those combinations mean totally different things, right? Societally, culturally, among the black community. One is perceived as very positive, and the other can be perceived as negative. If you're a black mom biracial, that typically means you were raised in the culture, you were raised to be respectful, you were raised to like not center yourself among black people. The opposite is true. If you're called a white mom biracial, that oftentimes means that you do center yourself, that you're not like accustomed to your culture, that you don't perceive yourself as black. Before we go further, I think it is important to note that this conversation of white mom versus black mom biracial is framed through motherhood, which is an inherently kind of misogynistic idea. It's this idea that mothers are the only one that sustain tradition and that the fathers are kind of just like left out of this conversation. I think it's just important to keep in mind. Let's start with black mom biracials, right? Like zooming out from the children, I think we as like a black community oftentimes prefer or preference this idea of like white mom biracials.
I'm gonna play her next video as well.
Black woman being with the white man. It suggests that this person, this white person, is like flouting kind of typical societal ideals and is respecting and like relishing the idea of being like with a powerful black woman. And I think part of the excitement there too is the idea or understanding that the children of that union will be raised by a black woman. So these mixed black biracial children will be raised by a woman who prioritizes their blackness and like gets them comfortable with the idea of being black and involves them with the community and the history and the tradition and the ideals. And so that person isn't kind of like tragic or like stuck between worlds or kind of profiting from this biracial identity in a harmful way to the black community. And I think anecdotally, when we see these like biracial black children with black mothers, they're typically raised very well. Like the moms themselves don't really mess up in these seismic ways. The kids know how to do their hair. They are raised in the black community. They understand about their history and their traditions, and they identify themselves as black. I just think also the kids know who they are. There's like less of this like, oh, I don't know where I fit in. Like, I don't know what my racial identity is. Like, there's a black woman being with a white man.
What do y'all think? Do y'all want to play her other videos or?
The point she made right there, and I love Mariah Carey, but that hit it right there because Mariah was always she was always like, I don't know where I fit in, and you can tell when you look at a biracial You can tell. Prime example, y'all saw that lady, that black Trump supporter who was interviewing people on the street and got knocked the fuck out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, her mama is white. You ain't even have to tell me her mama. You ain't have to tell me her mama was white, cause I already fucking knew. Cause had your mama been black, you wouldn't have did that dumbass shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can immediately tell. Look who you had on the screen for the first shot. Fucking I was about to say what that boy name is. Who was on the first slide? The football Mahomes.
Oh, Mahoney's. Yeah.
But whatever the fuck. When he sat his butt when they was in that interview, and his fucking wife, what is your favorite meal? And that bitch said fried chicken. The way I would have handed the divorce papers the next motherfucking day, you can tell she got a white, because he was like, why y'all got me walking around here? I had nappy hair. Nigga, fuck you. Because you don't know what coarse hair feels like. Fuck all the way off.
You know what?
You could tell when the mother is white or black. It makes a distinct difference, because it's always the ones with the white mom.
Mm-hmm.
They, like she said, they center themselves. They lean more into the fucking whiteness,
Mm-hmm.
and then they don't like when they're rejected by black people, because you're not trying to learn the black shit. The black side of you is always fucking offended at what black is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can tell, because you're offended, or you don't like that black part, or you don't like the perception that comes along with it, but you're fine with the white side because you want to be on that side, and you hate it because you can't fully go to the white side. There's some people that no matter where you go, they gonna see nigga, and they can't stand that shit. That's what that shit is about. They know when they go out, somebody is gonna see you as a nigga. Somebody gonna see them features. And when they do, you don't like it because you want to look like what your mama looked like. That's what that is. That's how it is.
As a biracial, I'm seeing this from so many different sides. I knew that racism existed, but I really, really was taught a valuable lesson by my own white family. I'm a nigger. And I'm not a nigger. I'm a nigger, and I'm always going to be a nigger to them. You have white women that, and my mother was one. She specifically wanted to rebel against her racist family members. So she sought out black men, and one of them happened to be my father. And her family is completely racist. And I'm so very grateful that that she abandoned us. I'm so very grateful that her family turned their backs on us, because had I been raised anywhere near any of that, I would have self-hatred. I would have hatred for the black community. There are white mothers out here. I wouldn't know how to do my hair. I wouldn't know where I fit in. And for a long time, because I grew up in the system and, back and forth here and there, I didn't, a lot of biracials, black mother, white mother, whatever, have gone through an identity crisis. But a black mother, I think, is more powerful at helping you to overcome that and learn your place than a white mother. Because especially, most of them they want black dick, but they don't know how to integrate into the black community respectfully. And, they want to come in and kick their feet up instead of integrating peacefully. And these are the same women that hate black women. So of course they're not going to allow black women to teach them anything about how to care for their child's hair, about how to teach their child who they are and how to love themselves, or any history that they need to know to become strong, independent black people. So it creates these monsters, these biracial monsters who have a strong hatred for black people. I'm so very grateful that I grew up in majority black communities. I'm so very grateful for the people that came into my life and showed me what it meant to be a strong, powerful black woman. And that's where my voice comes from. There is a difference, and I don't care who says it's not. There's a huge difference in being the product of a black mother and a white mother in a biracial household. There is a huge difference. There was something else I wanted to say, but I'm menopause and my memory is, whatever.
Did y'all
But
see the video?
I think there is a huge difference. And I think that, though,
Well, hygiene
The
alone.
problem that I have with our community is right now, if I were to say something that was misunderstood or taken, the first thing that they would bring up is all this biracial bitch, da da da, you know, and that is the problem within our community, you know, because it's fine. I find, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and if you get in your feelings about it, that's a you issue. In our community, it's you know, if you're biracial and you're speaking out on black issues and you're pro-black and you're etc., then it's fine. But the minute you say something that everyone in the black community can't get on board with or understand, they bring up the biracial thing, you know. And I think that's very sad because I do come with the knowledge from both sides. I do come with the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With my perspective coming from both sides, you know, but Obama, first black president, but then they have a problem with every other biracial. And that bothers me within our community. So many things that need to be fixed within our community that pertains to that, you know, and then being light skinned on top of, you know, we ain't even gonna get into the colorism thing, but that is a problem in our community, accepting, but hey, let's call white gingers our cousins. But let's have a problem with the biracials in the community. Like a lot of people in our
So
own
I want to
community.
piggyback off of what you're saying, Janine, because
Mhm.
I don't think it's I'm not going to say. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Let
ahead.
me stop the video, and we're going to come right back.
Okay.
Okay.